Hey guys, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to take you through how we do $80,000 a week with our Facebook ad strategy and our sales funnel. So off the bat, let's get right into it. Oh, real quick, I'll just show you my Shopify because I know everyone likes doing this shit. So yeah, cool. Anyway, what most brand owners get wrong. So it's not like they get something wrong. It's just that a lot of people say, let's do creative volume, let's do creative diversity, but what does that actually look like? What does that mean, right? So first of all, the most important thing is having diverse creatives. So that could be different formats, different personas, different creators, different angles, different pain points. So why are you supposed to have different, like a diverse set of creatives, right? Because essentially what it allows you to do is reach different demographics and resonate with them. Obviously, the most important thing about creative is resonating with your customer and emotionally evoking them. So if you're talking about things they don't give a shit about, or speaking to them in a way that doesn't resonate with them, or showing creators that don't look like them, it's not going to resonate. Now, the different formats are important because they all serve different purposes. So you've got podcasts, VSL, UGC, EGC, different types of statics, offer ads. You can go and do all different types of ads because they all appeal to different types of people, right? And each ad, it's long form videos that are more educational and explaining, will serve more of as a top of funnel ad in comparison to like an offer ad for retargeting of statics, right? So you want to have diverse creatives in your funnel. Otherwise, it's not going to be a high performing funnel and you're missing out on sales and you're not reaching your TAM, right? So it's really important to have different types of formats, but more importantly, having different types of personas. So you can take winning ads, right, and change the creators, and it can help scale the ad account more, right? And even further, just by having a different person speak to the camera, right? As simple as that. Now, more importantly, angles and pain points. Now for us, we have multiple products that solve different pain points and we sell it in a bundle. So we tend to have different ads that talk about different pain points. So it allows us to reach different demographics of people who are suffering from different problems. And we serve this product as like a product that solves all these different types of issues. And what we do is we just make really long form educational videos serving as top of funnel, and then we take them down the funnel with different types of ads, different types of formats. So yeah, why does that matters? Like I said, it allows you to reach larger hot pockets of people and allow you to scale further. Now, another thing that I don't see much people talk about at all, right, is essentially pairing different ad angles and matching them with different landing pages, right? Because probably right now you're making different types of ads, you might be testing ads, I don't know what your structure is right now, but I guarantee most people aren't doing this, and a lot of the big brands, if not all the big brands, are doing this, right? So you take your ads, right, and you create, let's say you have 3 different pain points. You create a landing page for each different pain point, and then you, instead of sending them all to one landing page, you have them going to separate landing pages that actually are congruent with that pain point and use the copy of that pain point and talk more specifically about that pain point. Why does this work? Okay, let's say you have an acne product, right? But you also, let's say you have a gut health product that also helps with menopause, right? Those are 2 different pain points. But if you're talking about your gut health as the pain point in an ad, and then you take them to a landing page that's really heavy on menopause, how is that going to resonate and how is that going to give you the best results? It's not going to make sense, right? So if people click on your video because they want to solve their menopause, and then vice versa, it's talking about gut health, it makes no fucking sense. Obviously, you can create a correlation between gut health, and I'm sure that's what most people do. But point is, the more specific you get on your landing page, and the more congruent it is with the ad, the higher it converts. As you can see here, 7.65% conversion rate. We've done this and it works. And we've done this with multiple different people and it works. And everyone is doing this right now. So, this is something that you have to test, right? You got to think about it from a customer journey, right? You got to think about where your customers are, like what type of ads your customers are watching and where they're going to. So you got to look at the top of funnel ads that are actually taking the spend and scaling your account, and looking at the landing page you're taking them to and think, okay, does this make sense? And if it doesn't, you've got a fucking problem, right? Now, a lot of people worry about, oh, are my ads good? Are my ads good? Oh, no. But they don't think about all the other things that matter. like congruent website, a good offer, right? And these things are not talked about enough, but they are so much more important than just if your creatives are good. Obviously, you need to drive clicks to your website, but it means nothing if the website isn't going to convert them. It means nothing if you don't have a standout offer that's super irresistible, that creates FOMO and drives an impulse purchase. It means nothing. So you can make the best ads in the world, but if you send them to some dog shit website, you're not gonna get any scale or any money whatsoever. The better your funnel, the more money you make, the more profit, the lower your CPAs, the more customers you can acquire, the more scale, right? So congruency converts. And it's super important to map this out. I'll show you how we do it exactly in a second. So it's what I do for my brand, obviously, and it's allowed us to sell to multiple different people, right? Who all are suffering from the different pain points, and it's increased our conversion rate overall as well. So not only do the ads perform better because they're getting more sales, right? The overall website is just obviously converting higher, but this allows us to have lower CPAs, lower CPMs, because we are getting the sales. We are showing Facebook that our ad can convert sale, right? People are interested in it. You don't want people clicking on your website and then not relating to anything that's said on it. It's shit. You know, everyone I've done this with, like everyone that I've told about this and I've helped and it's shown them how we do it, have seen uplift in their conversion rate. It's not a matter of if this works, it works, all right? Everyone does this. Every big brand does this. Honestly, if I were you, I'd look at some of your competitors or people who are selling to the same demographic as you, and I would go and look at their funnels. And you'll see a lot of pre-landers, a lot of LPs, and they'll all have different copy. You just gotta look and you'll see. You'll see for yourself, bro. All right, so how do we test landing pages, right? How do we actually even do this? So the way we do it currently is that we have different pain points for our product, and we create landing pages around these pain points, right? It works best for our product, obviously, but every brand is different. You can do it in different ways. So for every new angle you have, regardless of pain point, desire, whatever it is, right? Create a dedicated landing page for it, all right? And you will see that it will dramatically increase the conversion rate and make your ads perform 10x better. So I'm saying pain point here, right? But if I was to sell to a different demographic of people, I would send them to a different landing page. If you have different personas that you sell to, create separate landing pages for them, right? If you're selling a product to 25-year-old women and then you also sell to 50-year-old women, why are you sending them to the same landing page, right? You wanna have people holding your product up, showing social proof, but how is that gonna resonate with both audiences? When a 50-year-old sees a bunch of young chicks on this website, that's not gonna resonate, right? And vice versa, especially vice versa. If a young chick sees a bunch of old women on it, that's gonna stop them from buying. So you need to think, okay, I need to have separate landing pages and it needs to resonate to different audiences. And then when you do the targeting in your ads, right? Facebook will obviously target the correct audience based on the way you have made the ad and you've called out that audience in that ad by using younger people for the younger chicks to be targeted and older people for the older people to be targeted. And then obviously the copy will be calling them out as well. But you need to have congruency in that landing page, right? Regardless of if it's for your pain points, any marketing angle that you do, create a landing page for it, right? You can test different landing pages for your different angles that have worked. I would start there, or you can do it for ads for angles that have not been tested yet. But regardless, this is something that needs to be done, right? So what we do to test landing pages, simple as, right? We get a winning ad and we put it into, and this is for ads that are already winning, right? We get a winning ad, we put it into our ABO testing campaign. It's what we currently run. We currently run ABO, do $100 a day ad set, and we run it for like 7 days. You can do it for 3 days if you want to fast testing. So we get the winning ad, put it in the ABO, and then we allocate 20% of its daily spend that it was getting in the scaling campaign, and then we create like multiple variations of the ad and have different landing pages on each one, and we see which one converts the highest, which one has the best conversion rate in Meta. And that is the winning landing page combination. And then we graduate it into the scaling campaign. And this is the thing, we do this constantly. You have to be testing all this little shit constantly. I wouldn't recommend doing this stuff when you're low scale, not making money, because it's like, you know, it's little shit. You know, there's probably other things you need to spend your time on other than just testing landing page congruency. Obviously, we do like 4 different variations, and we test right now pain point based. But right now, especially for my brand, we currently just match the landing page with the pain point that we're talking about. But that's just how that just works best for our product. If you're doing a different product, it might be different. Like obviously it will be different, 100%. If you have different personas, like I said, do different landing pages. You can even test different copy in the landing pages, but I would just test more significant things rather than little changes in copy. You know, even if it starts working, which it will, don't just get like complacent and happy with the results. Don't get just happy with the conversion rate. Try and improve it. Always keep testing, right? Always unlock levers, right? Especially as you're scaling. Never get complacent. That's how you lose sales. That's how you stop scaling. That's how your sales come to a halt. Because, you know, at the end of the day, your funnel will never be perfect. There will always be flaws. And the only way you'll be able to uncover those flaws is if you just test. Once you find that winning LP, this is what I would do. I would optimize it further. I'd create multiple variations of it. You can test different formats of it. So there's obviously different formats of landing pages. You've got advertorials, listicles, long-form survey pages, whatever it is, you kind of just gotta, I mean, most of these work best for most brands, right? But some are different. Like I see some of these long-form survey pages, they work best for certain types of brands that are more in like the health niche, especially like those fake medical, what's that fat loss, like those fat loss supplements. GLP. See so many GLP brands run those survey pages. But the point is you just got to test different formats. I would start small, just pick one. You can do all types of different landing pages. And how would I even get the design? I would go and look at I would go and look at not my competitors. Like this is the thing, a lot of people look at competitors. Don't look at competitors. Look at people who are bidding to the same audience as you, right? Who's your audience and who's advertising to it? That's the real competition because that's who you are bidding against. You know, it's not necessarily about if you guys sell the same product because you can sell the same product. That doesn't mean you're selling to the same audience, right? You can completely be different in the way you market it. So always look for brands that are in the same, who are bidding against the same audience as you. You can learn a lot about how they run their funnel and what ads work for them. I've gotten so much inspiration from brands that are completely different, selling like completely different pain points, different desires, completely different product. And I've gotten so much inspiration on how to market just from watching how they do it, right? And learning like little things from that. So look at what those people are doing, those brands are doing, and learn from it. Look at their funnel, understand what LPs are working for them. Simply just try it. You know, action creates action. Don't sit there and not do this. Bro, you're missing out on money if you're not already doing this. So yeah, I'd create like landing pages. After like I've optimized winning landing pages, I would also then create new landing pages for other angles. If you're still at like bottom barrel scale, that's where I would focus most of my time on, looking for other, like creating the landing pages for new angles that I'm testing, you know, new unique selling propositions of your product, pain points, emotional desires, whatever it is, create new landing pages for them. And yeah, essentially just, you know, see which ones perform the best and graduate. Like I said before, graduate the winners, optimize the winners, and just keep testing. That's essentially what you got to do. So the result, right? So after you've done all this, you'll have multiple variations of your winning ad, each going to a different landing page, and you'll be seeing which one converts the highest. So you'll lead a higher conversion rate. You'll have learning more about your customer and what's actually resonating them, what your product is truly solving for them, and what they want your product to solve, right? So you'll be able to see what's working, double down on it, and get more scale. Right? So it's not just about getting more scale or getting more sales in, you'll learn more. As you get more sales, you learn more about your customer, you make better ads, you can just keep on improving, right? And that'll allow you to scale. So yeah, you take your winning ads, you build multiple landing pages around it, you test all the variations, find the best combinations, and scale hard, right? It's so fucking simple. So, this strategy has allowed me, it will allow you to send every winning ad to multiple different LPs and each one tailored to different segments of your audience and all converting at a higher rate. So you get lower CPAs, you get better results, and you reach more people. It's as simple as that. And that's how a lot of people are scaling right now. Not many people talk about it. Don't know why. Maybe they are, but I haven't seen anything and I look at it all the time. So if you're not doing this, you're killing yourself, right? Please actually start doing this. It's a must if you want to scale. I feel like if before I wasn't doing this, I wasn't scaling. Right now, I'm just testing heaps of ads because I don't have the stock. I've sold out of stock, so fucking just testing all this shit right now and doing this exactly. Testing different landing pages amongst my winners and new ads that I'm testing. And matching it, creating congruency in the funnel and focusing as a funnel perspective rather than just ads. If you want any help starting a brand or like scaling it to 6 figures a month, you can book a call with me below. But yeah, anyways guys, I hope you got some value out of that video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.